what's up, guys? So we all love Fantastic Four cast of rumors and confirmation that we received of who is going to be playing the MCU's of Fantastic Four with a Reader Sue Storm and Giant Storm, aka the Human Torch. The thing, even with the Galactus as well, it seems to be going back and forth of who is playing who. Well, today we have a huge casting update coming from an industry insider who has spelled everything of who is going to play as specifically with a Sue Storm, a Giant Storm, and even with everything else that we need to know as well. And that's what we're going to do for you guys in the video, break all the other break out who is playing who and what we expect, especially with the official casting announcement of who is going to be the Fantastic Four down the road, especially with the Reed Richards and so much more as well. And so if you're new here, hey, don't like this, be sure to subscribe and click the bell so we saw 50% of this. And so let's get to it. And now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is coming from Jeff Schneider over at the How My Podcast, who is an industry insider, and of what he's revealed about the MCU's of Fantastic Four is that with these cast rumors are now official confirmation of who is playing who. Now, the first thing that they revealed of who is going to be Sue Storm, and it's revealed to be Vanessa Kirby. And now, especially as I love Vanessa Kirby, and I would love her to play Sue Storm, especially with everyone else as well, especially it's been in action movies such as for Mission Impossible and Hobbs & Shaw, and just so much more. I think she would be a perfect fit, especially as she fits the action role. And I would love to be for her to be a Sue Storm, making the Invisible Woman as well. So we definitely got like a Vanessa Kirby locked down. Plus, for what else he revealed, Sue is going to play a Giant Storm, aka the Human Torch, and it was revealed to be a Jack Quaid, but that's no longer the case. As plus, I would love for him to play a Giant Storm, especially as we see him in the Boys. He is one of the main characters, and even like he's in that Superman animated show, and plus from the Scream franchise, and like so I would love him to play a Giant Storm. But even with a Jack Quaid himself, who like shut down and debunked that rumor immediately. But it's been revealed that Joseph Quinn, who you might know from Stranger Things, is now going to play a Giant Storm, aka the Human Torch. Now, especially with Joseph Quinn, I mean, I would love for him to be like a superhero in the MCU, since he played Eddie Munson, and I would love for him to play a Giant Storm, and I think he might fit that role as well. Before also he realized that with Reed Richards he's not cast yet, and even though with the offer and now that went to Adam Driver, but he completely backed out of it. It's because even though with Adam Driver, who was rumored to be Reed Richards, he wanted so much money, and even though Margot Robbie, who was also rumored to be a Sue Storm, and those two actors completely backed out as well. And even with Adam Driver, and it was explained why he backed out of the role as Reed Richards, because he felt like he didn't connected with the character. It's because even as we know Adam Driver from Star Wars as Kylo Ren, it would not make sense for Adam Driver to be Reed Richards. But they've heard that he's in a running, but he's completely backed out. And even so with Reed Richards, he's not casted yet. And plus, that there was also a rumor that Matt Smith, who was reportedly been offered the role of Reed Richards. But as we need to take a look at his previous work, because with the recent movie of Morbius that he was in, which was a total flop and miss from Sony. And plus, I don't really see him as Reed Richards. And also, not to mention that he was also in the House of the Dragon. But now, with this, according to Grace right now, that she said what the shortlist of who Reed Richards is going to be, it's going to be either going to be Adam Driver, Dev Patel, and Matt Smith, especially with Dev Patel. I mean, I would love him to be a Reed Richards as well. And even with all the other fan castings and all the rumors of who is going to be a Reed Richards, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But that's most likely not the case. Now for what's next is who is cast as the Thing, and for what he told that he's already casted, and that it will not be a Paul Walter Hauser. And now we've had heard rumors and reports from industry insiders that Dobby Diggs, and he's on the running to play Ben Grimm, aka the Thing, but because he was recently in the Little Mermaid, which is like a Disney film. And plus I would love for Dobby Diggs to play the Thing. I thought he would make a great character, but even so, that even though with this being casted, like we're sure if he immediately sign on or is fully sign up, but all we know is that the Thing is definitely casted. And next, what else he revealed, plus with this full report, is that with the rest of the cast, and with Galactus, he'll be played by a Latino actor, and even so it's been revealed that with Galactus, he'll be the main villain for the Fantastic Four, and we've heard rumors that Antonio Banderas, who's in the running to play Galactus for the Fantastic Four, but as we can see here, it's casted by a Latino actor, and even so I guess we'll just wait and see of who will be Galactus, but I would love to see Antonio Banderas play Galactus. Also, last thing that I revealed is that with Ibn Mas Bahara, who's in the running for not the thing, but possibly Silver Surfer. And now, especially with the name of Silver Surfer, now it's been rumored that the Silver Surfer he'll make his MCU debut, but in like a special presentation, especially I think like before Fantastic Four, and even so I would love for this guy to be a Silver Surfer, but even with his entire list right here with the MCU's Fantastic Four, especially as we don't have Reed Richards officially casted yet, and even with those other actors, I still think that Penn Badgley is like perfect for the role. But even if they go with some other, I'm sure like they'll be great as Reed Richards. But otherwise, we have the full casting list, especially for Sue Storm, and even with like a Giant Storm as well. And now for my main takeaway from all this, with the Marvel Studios, I definitely nailed the casting for the Fantastic Four, and because even I saw that they're bringing in Marvel's first family into the MCU, especially with the Fantastic Four reboot, and even that, and like with these actors they find to play these characters, like there'll be a picture lot for like a long period of time, especially with the Kang Dynasty, and even for Secret Wars as well, and even with and now like with these some of these actors that are now officially locked in, especially with Sue Storm, Giant Storm, and who is Naya casted, especially with Reed Richards as well. But even so, I think we'll get an official announcement soon. But this is all that we have right now. And yeah, that's why I think that it's like great news that we officially have a confirmation of some of the Fantastic Four members who are already confirmed, especially with Sue Storm and Giant Storm, and even with Vanessa Kirby. I'm excited to see her as Sue Storm, and I can't wait to see her at the MCU, especially with Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things. I can't wait to see from 40 Brings, especially with Giant Storm as well. Even for the rest of the cast, like Marvel Studios, I think they definitely nailed the cast, especially for the rest as well, especially for who is going to be a Reed Richards as well, and so on and so forth as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the MCU's Fantastic Four, and they're making like the way into the MCU from Marvel's first family, and I'm just really excited for all of it as well. And so that is going to be it for the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, and what thoughts on this news, and even with this confirmation of the Fantastic Four members so far. Let me know in the comments below. You can give this video a like and subscribe and turn on notifications bell for future videos, and also follow my socials, which are linked down below. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.